Hi, welcome back. Next up for firm controls, let's talk about user management. This is where you can manage and provision users, both advisors and administrative assistants across one or multiple offices, ensuring that everyone in your team has the right level of access and visibility. So once you're inside of firm controls, to utilize user management, you'll navigate to the users tab on the top left side. And this is where you'll see your users and your offices. So it's as simple as clicking this add user button on the right hand side if you need to provision someone new. Maybe you have a new hire, a new team member. You can come in and add a user. Just type in the details here on the right-hand side, first name, last name, email address. It'll default to sending them a welcome email, which includes a link to log into their new Nitrogen access. You can also select the plan that's available and designate whether this is an advisor user or an assistant user. As a note, assistant users can act on behalf of advisors. So that's sort of the distinction there. And you can assign them an office if your firm has different office locations, and then also add any rep codes, which will help connect their client data from the My Firm data integration that's powering firm controls. So that's all you have to do when you add a user. You'll click Save down at the bottom, and then that will populate them in your user list. You can also scroll through your list of users on the left-hand side at any point and open a particular user. Maybe you need to deprovision someone. You can come in here and make sure you do that. If you have any questions, you can also email our support team at any time, support@nitrogenwealth.com. So if you're having any issues with setting anyone up or maybe deprovisioning anyone, they can help you out. But once you've added users in here to manage them, you just come in and click this pencil. You can edit their profile, you can suspend them, make sure they don't have access anymore. And that's how you can turn access on and off. And then, yeah, that's user management. If you have different office locations, you can also set that up to create additional offices. And you also have this download option on the right-hand side. You can simply click download to download a spreadsheet of your users. And you can search by a particular user by name or email here in the search box in the upper left. So that's user management. Again, this will allow you to connect the right users, both advisors and assistants, into your firm and give them access to Nitrogen. And then that way you can connect all of their clients and get that oversight for everyone's book of businesses in the holdings dashboard that we covered in a previous video in our playlist here. Now, last but not least, we're going to touch on settings, your firm settings. So we're going to navigate to menu and firm settings in the upper right-hand corner. And this is where, as you're setting up and reviewing just sort of your firm controls setup, you'll go in and review these at some point. So your settings here for alignment, which powers your holdings dashboard, are just two simple settings here. Risk alignment drift is going to be the most important one. So what's that threshold that you want to set for accounts that are invested too low? So in this case, with accounts, if their portfolio is 5 risk numbers below their threshold, then we're going to flag them and say that they're invested too low. On the other hand, if someone's portfolio is 10 risk numbers or higher above their sort of risk target, then that will be flagged as being too high. So the risk alignment drift, you can come in and customize for your firm. It's kind of up to you what you choose. I would say a lot of firms that we hear from set their threshold, drift threshold, there we go, somewhere between 5 and 7, maybe no more than 10. So definitely feel or pick what feels best for your firm. We also have market assumptions. You can come in and set a default market assumption when we're calculating the risk number of holdings in nitrogen. So we drill down to individual holdings, that rolls up to portfolios, and then you get that oversight in the holdings dashboard per account and household. So I believe a lot of times the default market assumption is average return, but if you want to change that for your firm here in firm controls, you absolutely have the ability to do that. The last setting is this report branding tab. So this is where you can come in and upload a logo and brand colors as well as contact information that will then be present on any report that advisors print with your firm, any user who has access to your firm's sort of setup. When they go into their own advisor or assistant login and they're managing their clients and prospects and printing reports, this branding would be cohesive across every report that's printed. So again, those are brand colors. You can enter in hex codes right here, colored hex codes. You can look those up. You can enter in office name and choose whether to show an advisor's name or not on a report, and then enter or add a logo up at the top. You can also lock that across all offices in the firm if you want to make sure that nobody else accidentally customizes the firm or report branding. So those are your settings here in the menu and firm settings in the upper right. Again, jump into the Help Center if you have any questions on firm controls. Email our team, support@nitrogenwealth.com, and we'll connect you to the right people who can help you. And yeah, good luck using firm controls for your firm and managing your firm oversight. Thanks for watching.